getting his own movie. He's getting his own movie. Okay, well, he's probably not getting his own movie. Like, he's going to be the star of the movie, but he's got to be in it. We're getting a One Piece movie with Shanks presumably in the whole movie alongside Luffy. I can't even imagine what that's going to be like or how badass that movie is going to be. But I can't wait till next August. Let me put it that way. But anyway, it's Parcel Jitsu here, and what we're actually here to do is my live reaction to chapter 1032 of One Piece. And yeah, 1031 was a hell of a chapter, but I actually missed something kind of important about Sanji's eyebrows that are like that his eyebrow actually ended up swooping in the opposite direction, so it's like his brother's. It was so subtly happened like between panels, I didn't even notice, but everyone else noticed it after the fact, and I'm not the only one who didn't notice it, but at least in my first reading. But yeah, so just for that, I'm going to be studying this chapter with a fine-tooth comb. I'm going to be laser focused on every single detail, and I'm going to catch something this time that you didn't catch. Probably not, but anyway, let's get into the chapter titled Oden's Beloved Sword. Interesting. So that either could be Enma or Ame no Habekiri. So, you know, obviously Zoro has Enma, and he's fighting with King right now, so hopefully we'll be focused on that fight in this chapter. But also, don't forget about Ame no Habekiri, which I believe is still in the possession of Hitetsu, the Tengu, who has Toko right now. So, you know, that sword was supposed to be promised to Momo, so, you know, we'll see, you know, what happens with that. But, yeah, but we have this cover page here, very cute. We have Yamato making a delivery with black cats, and it was requested by Fukada Shin / Kokoro, and we see there that Yamato is delivering something in a barrel, and the black cats have like big bags that they're carrying. Yamato also has something on her back, like a big backpack, and they're delivering it to this little lady who I think we might have seen her before in Wano, but I can't remember exactly. But she like lives on a little hill in like a little cottage. It's really cute, and the hills actually kind of look like the hills in Whole Cake Island. So that's something. But yeah, it's like a much happier times for Yamato compared to what she's been through, what she's going through right now. But oh my god, but getting into the chapter, that is a hell of a way to start the chapter. We have Marco in his full Phoenix form just flying above Izo as they're like dashing somewhere. They're on the move. Marco goes, "What's the big idea, Izo?" "It's a pain to fly around when I'm injured, Yoi." And that's very interesting that Marco could be injured since he heals instantly usually. So I guess if he gets hurt with like someone using hockey, maybe it takes longer for him to heal. So yeah, so Marco's fighting. Obviously, he was fighting King and Queen for quite a while, so they would obviously be really strong hockey users. So that's probably what's causing his injury. So Izo goes, "Sorry, that announcement about the giant yokai made me feel uneasy. Where did a thing like that come from?" So we're referencing the Kazenbo created by Kanjuro. Hey, that rhymes. But anyway, so just an epic Marco flying like a phoenix. The castle's on fire. Try not to get too sidetracked, Yoi. Right. We see Big Mom, the bigger, more berserk Big Mom, just like lording over everybody. And that's another thing I kind of didn't connect to. I didn't connect the dots that well in the last chapter. There's a moment where Big Mom like has a lifespan, and she makes it. She goes like and I didn't really get that was her eating her own lifespan to get bigger, because that's kind of a weird concept when you think about it. She's taking a year of her own life out of her body, and then she's eating it, putting it back into her body, and somehow that makes her grow. So it's kind of confusing. But yeah, that's what happened. So yeah. So we have some beast pirates like firing cannons, trying to get out of the pathway of the Kazembo, I think, or at least out of the pathway of the fire. But the samurai that they're fighting are like blocking their pathway, so they're like just trying to fire their way through. And then we cut to the second basement. We have Apu. Young master, please hear me out. Yamato goes, I told you, I'm busy. Quit following me. Drake is there too. Apu, you don't know when to quit. Oh boy. Here we see Fuga, the number 2 number, looking much happier now. Oh my god, he's like a centaur. Wait a minute, he's... Okay, first, if regarding Fuga, there's a theory that, regarding the last chapter, there's a theory of like, since when Fuga started chasing Yamato, there's like a theory that Inbi, Fuga, and Zanki are the 3 samurai that Yamato was trapped in the cave with in her flashback. And he's smiling right here, so I don't know, man. That's giving a little more validity to possibly... People are saying Fuga is Ushimaru, or the guy who seemed to be Ushimaru Shibotsuki. And I definitely don't see that. I'm putting it out there that I highly doubt that this theory is a thing. I don't think they resemble those 3 at all. But maybe part of them was made... Maybe a part of those 3 were used to make these 3 numbers. I don't know. But what I'm focused on right now is that apparently Fuga is a centaur, and he has like short little like horse legs. Like his lower half is a centaur, which reminds me back of Punk Hazard, where these guys were created. Caesar had a lot of centaurs running around, like that leopard tar guy. And like there are a lot of, because the law uses ability to because the prisoners were like paralyzed from the waist down, and so law uses power to switch half of their bodies with animals and basically turn them into centaurs. So he's a centaur. So that's interesting. So Yamato's running through and Fuga's chasing her, and like they're running through a bunch of henchmen. They're going, whoa, what are the numbers? And Yamato goes, Fuga? I know it's been a while, but I'm in a hurry. Fuga's just looking real happy, like, Fuga! Oh my god. Okay, so someone's announcing over Dendemushi that the Kazembo is heading towards the lower parts of the castle, which is where the gunpowder and all the weapons are, so that's like the worst possible scenario. And so Yamato notices this, but she also notices 2 people falling from the sky, and they land on Fuga's big bushy hair, and those people are none other than Robin and Brooke. And Brooke goes, what a cushion! And Robin says, no, this is hair. And Fuga's like, Fuga? Hair, and the 2 CP0 members that were chasing them are still in hot pursuit. They're still on Robin's tail. And they jump down, very cool. And Brooke's like, they're coming. And Robin says, no choice but to fight. But she gets cut off by the Kazembo, like, poking his head in, because it's an ethereal flame yokai, so it can go through walls. And it just pops his head in right as the CP0 members are coming down. And Robin's like, huh? And Brooke says, what in the world is that? And then Bowler Hat notices, like, huh? And they just get caught by the flames. They're like, ah! So that's some pretty fortuitous timing right there. Apu's like, what? The henchmen were like, it's huge! And they're trying to shoot at it. And the announcer on the Dendemushi says, we don't know what it's after, but it keeps going down. This must be the flame yokai they're talking about. You can see it's really big. I did not get that the Kazubo was that big. It looks like it's way bigger than Fuga, who's one of the numbers who are like Aura's size, roughly Aura's size. And it looks like this thing is dwarfing Fuga. So it's poking its head down. Yamato notices, it's coming down. Yeah! Yamato says, what the heck is that? It's going down? And it passes through walls. This is bad. If it keeps going, it'll set off an explosion midair. We see like this little diagram of all the floors of Onigashima as the Kazubo's going through them straight down to the cache of weapons or in the armory. We see there's 2 basement levels, basement 1 and basement 2, and I think even under basement 2 that's where the armory is. We see, it looks like Brook is like tap dancing or something. He's like ah, but Yamato says the whole island will be gone. Fuga, I need your help with something. And Fuga looks like he's singing like Fuga, so I guess Brook's tapping is like a rhythm or something. Because we know the numbers are susceptible to music. And Robin goes, the CP0 agents are behind that wall of flames. Brook goes, let's hurry, they'll be on our tails again soon. And we see the flames. And we see Bowler Hat just kind of like going like, looks like he's going like this, like he's annoyed. And Apu is taking pictures of him? It looks like with the Dendemushi camera. He's taking pictures of CP0. That's not going to be good for him. He goes, lapdogs of the Celestial Dragon spotted in Kaido's castle. What a scoop. Maybe I'll sell the story to Morgans. That's big news, alright. After losing their middleman, Doflamingo, the government deals directly with... But then Bowler Hat says very ominously, you should have kept your mouth shut. Oh my god, he just instantly rushes over to Apu, Shigans him like right in the throat. Wah! Ooh. Drake goes, Apu! Dude. Apu's taking a lot of punishment in this arc, but this looks pretty bad. Like, that looks like a kill shot right there. I'm sure, obviously, he's not dead, but he looks pretty dead right now on the ground after basically getting shot in the throat. Okay, this is very interesting. Seeing CP0 talking to Drake, who is technically a Marine in Sword, and we've seen that it looks like Sword and IG-0 are not on the same page because Drake was like surprised that they were here, and so I'm very curious to see the relationship between these two groups. Because Bowler Hat addresses him X.Drake. Or I guess it's Diaz Drake, whatever. I hope you didn't assume that your true allegiance would remain a secret to CP0. Drake goes, if you already know, I'm dying to hear your excuse for being here. Bowler Hat goes on the attack. We're just handling pest control. Boom! But he just... Oh, Apu! Of course, Apu's still kicking. He hits Bowler Hat with one of his explosive attacks. And knocks him back pretty good. Man, what is Apu made out of? He's like indestructible. Like he's been cut by Zoro, chomped on by Drake in his full Allosaurus form. A kid crushed him earlier with his Punk Gibson attack. And I think there's more. Like, why is he so, like, physically tough? Like, I don't get it. But he goes, damn government assassins. That freaking hurt. And Drake is surprised as I am. Oh, you're still alive? I can use armament hockey, you dumbass. Yeah, but even still, Apu, I'm pretty sure that he was probably using armored hockey too when he did Shigan, but maybe not, I don't know. But he goes, these guys aren't getting off that easy. And you, I know you were a Marine. And then Drake goes, cram it. Are we doing this or not? Obviously, they picked a fight with me. And Drake goes, you started it. And the bowler hat's smoking, but he's getting up. he's clearly about to get up. Oh my God, this is an awesome panel right here. Apu and Drake in his full dinosaur form going in to attack these two CP0 agents. They'll get what's coming to them. And Apu just kicks the tall one in the face. And Drake just like roaring at going into bite bowler hat. So yeah, okay, I guess Drake and Apu versus these two CP0 guys. I didn't see that coming, but that's a cool matchup right there. Meanwhile, we cut. Oh, let's get ready to rumble! We cut outside to Zoro versus King, and we still see Momo, like poor Momo, trying to hold up Onigashima, like in his dragon form. It's like he's working on some flame clouds. He's doing okay. But we're not really focusing on Momo. We focus on King, who's like flying in his Pteranodon form. Alright, King's doing something weird again. He's grabbing his Pteranodon horn, like on the big one on his head. And he's like pulling himself? What the hell? This is reminding me of like some Beetlejuice shit, like with when Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin were like manipulating their faces, like by contorting it into weird, like that's what King is doing right now. He's like pulling his horn and like his head is like changing shape in like this really cartoony way. So yeah, as Oda's established in this arc, dinosaurs have very strange bodies in the One Piece world. So Zoro's watching and panting. He's thinking to himself, is that thing supposed to be pulled back like that? Oh my God. What the hell? What the fuck? We see this weird ass expression on King's face. Just like, just like, Oda's basically trolling right now with King. He's just like, but he's pulling his head back. He goes tempura, and then bang, like he flings his head like it snaps. And Zoro's just like, what the fuck is happening? Tempura udon. And then whatever King just did by whipping his head, it was like a shot that obliterated everything in his pathway. All these rocks, all the rocks like on the mountainside are just blasted away. This massive impact. Zoro's like sent flying. And Zoro's thinking, I couldn't block it? It's like a beam. And so King's still flying around in his Pteranodon form. And he says, just like prehistoric times. That's how Pteranodons hunted their prey. Of course. Of course, why not? Why not? I really want to see like an anime, there's a lot of ideas people have for seeing like prequels to One Piece after the story's over, like following Roger's journey or Shanks' journey. I want to see way back in prehistoric times. I want to see a dinosaur story that takes place in the One Piece world. Like I want to see Land Before Time One Piece. Where I want to see these crazy cartoony dinosaurs like in their natural habitat, and like what the fuck? Like I don't even understand what he did. Like did he actually fire his head off when he did that, or is it just like the shockwave? What the fuck, Oda? Okay. But of course that's how Pteranodons hunted their prey. And Zoro's just standing there like, damn it. Is that so? And Zoro's ready to fire off a 360 caliber Phoenix. He's got his own beam attack to shoot back at King. King dodges it. Zoro says, if I can't find a way to reach him, I'm just wasting my energy. Oh my god, and King is just firing like these fire bullets at Zoro again. Like he's just covering Zoro in automatic fire. Zoro's just barely dodging him. Zoro goes, I suppose Pteranodons flew with fire on their backs too? And King goes, no. And Zoro goes, get your story straight. And Zoro says, that bastard's talking down to me. I've got to knock him out of the sky before I run out of steam. Oh shit. Zoro's getting ready to do a 3-sword style, and we see the image of a dragon behind him. I think we all know what this means. And King is just dive bombing towards Zoro. Zoro goes, Kalasutra, Great Dragon Twister. It just, the awesome Dragon Twister attack hits. King literally flies right into the Dragon Twister. But King he's got his wings closed and he's like in a defensive position. Zoro goes, he's blocking with his wings. Zoro says something very interesting here that has been implied by the naming of Dragon Dolphers, the Ryu no Mi, as he says, so dinosaurs are basically like dragons. Big lizards with tough hides. You just see as you say this, you see the wind whipping from the twister as it's starting to dissipate. Just King looks so badass, like a bat out of hell, covered in fire. He goes, you're not wrong, but I'm on another level. And then he goes back to his human form and just attacks Zoro with his sword again. Like, he's really fast, man. King is fast as hell. He goes, don't worry. I'll give you a chance and use my blade instead. You're not the only one that craves a good duel. Ooh. This is what I've been waiting for. Oh, man, this is good shit. Oh, this is cool. So we have this panel of Zoro, and like on his bandana, you just have like a big block of text. That's a really cool way of showing like his thoughts. And he goes, not a drop of blood after all those attacks. He still has movable wings in this form. He's talking about his like Lunarian like feather wings. They're not just for show, but I haven't seen him fly with them. Really? Okay, wait. I could have sworn we've seen King fly with his regular wings before, but yeah, I guess not. I guess only his Pteranodon wings can actually fly. Zoro continues, and the flames on his back are still burning. I thought he got those features from his devil fruit, but I guess not. This is a lot of people have wondered that in the past, like if the fire, like before we found out he was a Lunarian, people were like, does the fire have something to do with this Pteranodon fruit? That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, Zoro's making it very clear that no, it's, the fire and his normal wings are just King's natural body, but the Pteranodon stuff that's the devil fruit. Zoro's thinking, does he have fishman or giant blood? No, it's probably a race I've never heard of, which is true. He hasn't heard of a Lunarian yet. But he just suddenly Zoro smacked back into a bunch of rocks by a big swing from King. He got hit hard. He's thinking, I don't think I can win. Wow, so Zoro can't. It seems like Zoro can't handle King by himself, which is what I figured. I never thought Zoro would be able to. I'm glad King is a little too much for Zoro, but I'm sure he's gonna figure something out. But you know what I always wanted, I've said many times I wanted to be Zoro and Marco versus King, and we might get that. Because it looks like King is too much for Zoro here. At least according to Zoro. Oh, he goes, I don't think I can win without knowing what he is. That's a full sentence. So Zoro's just laying in a pile of rubble and rocks. Oh, shit. I forgot. Zoro is not fighting alone. He's got, well, the title of this chapter, Odin's Sword Enma. Wait, what? So Zoro's thinking, what's that sound? A shamisen? No way. So he's hearing like a shamisen playing as Enma is starting to like light up with like flames or some kind of, yeah, it looks like flames. Oh shit, it's starting to absorb his haki. So he's starting to lose control. He's feeling weak, so he's losing control of Enma. We haven't seen, it's been a while since we've seen Enma like try to like act up and steal his haki. So he's starting to drain, like, Enma! Oh no, but we cut away to the dome interior treasure repository, where Orochi is just chilling. Wait, Orochi hears the shamisen too. He's like, we're in a war zone. What kind of trick is this? It's coming from the next room. He's sliding the door open. It's bright. Someone's here? Is it an enemy? Did they track me down? He's just looking through the crack. He's like, what? Komurasaki? Oh boy. Oh. Where has she been all this time? We see Hiyori and her Komurasaki persona as she's playing the shamisen. So it's not Zoro hearing it in his head. It's actually Hiyori playing it. And of course Orochi thinks she's dead, so he thinks he's seeing a ghost right now. He's like, God, am I dreaming? Or did I pass to the other side? I've yearned for you every night since what happened. I couldn't get you out of my head. And she smiles and goes, likewise, my lord. All I want is for us to spend the rest of our lives together. That could be, that's probably quite the ominous statement right there. And Orochi just crying. If this is a dream, I don't want to wake up. And so that's the end of the chapter right there. So, okay, where the hell has she been? Where did she come from? And I still think she probably has something to do with healing the scabbards when they were injured. You know, that mysterious person that we saw, like, crying. Now I'm thinking that's most likely her. Yeah, so what's Hiyori planning here? I'm guessing she's going to try to kill Orochi even if it means giving up her own life. So, we'll see what happens there. But man, that was awesome as fuck seeing King and Zoro fight. I could watch that forever. I've been waiting for that fight for a long time. So the shamisen was not coming from Enma, but something's going on with Enma. I guess at the very least, Zoro's losing control of Enma because he's kind of feeling weak after everything he's been through tonight. So yeah, but hopefully he'll be able to use Enma to his advantage and kind of really master it. And I still want Marco to come and help Zoro fight King, but who knows if that's gonna happen or not. But yeah, and also I'm very curious about what's going on with Fuga there. I guess if he's not Ushimaru Shimotsuki, then he's at least Yamato's friend, and so I guess he'll try to fight the Kazunbo. But yeah, that was a very cool chapter. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. This is Parasol Jutsu. Like, comment, subscribe, and Oda, I want that Land Before Time One Piece series.